Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for the first week of September. So for the first week of September, I'm going to be checking in from Sunday, September 1st through Friday, September 6th. So let me grab my stickers. So starting off with Sunday, September 1st, I spent $35 out of my groceries envelope at Safeway. That was $35. And then on the first, I also spent $23 out of my groceries envelope at Costco. And then that same day, I also spent $4 out of my restaurant's envelope at McDonald's. So that was $4 from restaurants. And then that same day, I also spent $10 out of my restaurant's envelope to reload my Starbucks card. So that was $10. And then that is it for the first. On the second, I spent $1 out of my wants envelope for a book that I bought on Kindle. So that was on sale for like 99 cents. So I took that out of wants. And like I said, that was $1. And I've paid that, so I just checked it since I don't check in on the weekly spread for what I spend out of my sinking funds. And then I'm going to use this marker to highlight that it's a sinking fund. Okay, and then that is all for the second. On the third, I spent $21 out of my restaurant envelope at McDonald's. So that was on the third. And then that is it for the third. On the fourth, I spent $71 out of my gas envelope at Costco to get gas for my car. And like I said, that was on the 4th. On the 4th, I also spent a lot of money. I spent a total of $101. I went out with my coworkers and it was 4 of us total, and then we kind of each like paid different things. So I spent 104, that's including, sorry, 101. That was including parking. So I took $40 out of my fun envelope for that. And then I also took $50 out of my spending envelope. And then the last remaining $11 I took out of my groceries envelope. I'm gonna fix this because it's very crooked. Okay, so there's that. And then the last 11, like I said, I took those out of my groceries envelope. And that is all for the 4th. On the 5th, I went to get my nails removed. And I spent $17 for the removal, including the tip. And I took that out of my beauty envelope. So I'm just gonna write it right here. So like I said, I spent $17. I took that out of beauty. I'm gonna check it off because I did already take out the money, and then highlight it because it's from my sinking funds. And then that is all for the 5th. On the 6th, I spent $10 out of my miscellaneous envelope to reload my Starbucks card. So that was on the 6th. And then I also spent $85 to get my nails done, including the tip. That was $85. That came out of my beauty envelope. I did already take that money out. So I'm gonna check it off and highlight it. Next, I did place a Sephora order, and that came out to $172, and that was unbudgeted. So hopefully I can either take that out of my next paycheck, so I can pay this off soon, since like I said, it was an unbudgeted expense, and that was on the 6th. On the 6th, I also spent $5 out of my miscellaneous envelope on an order that I placed on Amazon for some eyelash glue. So that was around $5 and came out of miscellaneous. And then lastly, I don't know what I did when I did my budget, but I didn't budget enough for my car payment. So I took out the money that I still needed to complete the payment, which was $60. I took that out of my car maintenance. So I'm just going to write that in. And then I'm also going to check that off, because I already took the money out, and I'm going to highlight it to indicate that it's a sinking fund. And that is all for my spending. So now for the check-in, I'm going to fill out what I started off each of the envelopes with. So the gas started off with 100, groceries with 80, restaurants with 50, spending with 50, miscellaneous with 15, and then fun with 40. Okay, so starting off with my gas envelope, I spent $71 at Costco. I'm gonna check that off. So for gas, I spent $71. I should have $29 remaining. Now for groceries, I spent $23.35 and then 11, so that should be $69. So groceries, I spent $69 and I should have $11 remaining. Let's see, restaurants, I spent 10 at Starbucks, 4 at McDonald's, so that's 14, and then 21 at McDonald's, that should be 35. So for restaurants, I spent 35, so I should have 15 remaining. Now for spending, I spent all 50. So spending should have nothing remaining. Miscellaneous, let's see, I spent 10 and then 5, so that's 15. So spent 15, I should have 0 remaining. And then for fun, I do know that I spent 40 and I should have 0 remaining. So let me check that off. So everything has been checked off. I did make my American Express payment. I did make my car payment. And then I did pay off my Target credit card, or make a payment to my credit card. Okay, so now to check my envelopes. I did change my envelopes or my money into these envelopes, and I just put them in a pouch in my bag. So I'm not using the other wallet for now. So let's see, gas should be at $29. Okay. So gas is at 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So that is correct. I also don't have a fun envelope in this size, so I'm gonna try to see if I have just like another blank envelope, or if not, I'm just gonna put it the money, my fun money, with the miscellaneous envelope. Groceries should be at 11. So groceries is at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then next we have restaurants, and restaurants should have 15. Okay, so restaurants is at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then I have spending with nothing and miscellaneous and fun with nothing. So before I end this video, I do kind of want to go over my debt and just kind of document like the progress that I'm making towards it. So my plan is to do what I'm starting off my debt with at the beginning of the month during my weekly check-in for the first week of the month. And then with my last weekly check-in of the month, my plan is to like close out and see how much progress I made towards my debt. So I'm just gonna kind of fill out this like tracker that I kind of made and the different things that I owe. So I owe my sister, and then I will be filling out like not the paid or the ending, but I'm gonna fill out what the APR is, the total that I have to make towards my payments, like if I'm making only minimum, and then I'm gonna put what my debt is currently, the total that I have in debt, and then at the end of the month I'll fill it what I paid, so plus or minus if the card went up or down, and then what I'm ending that debt with, and then totaling it up here. So I guess I'll start with what I owe my sister. I owe her $1,154 with 14 cents. And then there's no minimum payment. She's not like rushing me to pay her, and so there's no due date, and then no interest. Same with the money that I owe my mom. I owe her $1,500. And then moving on to my car payment. The APR for my car payment is 1.90%. So I'm gonna write that there. And then what I currently owe for my car is $7,991. And then I guess I'll do that since sometimes there is cents. For my American Express card, the APR for that is 0 right now, so it's 0%, and then the amount that I currently owe is $3,794 with 5 cents. And then moving on to my city card, the APR for that card is 20.49%. And then I currently owe $476 with 23 cents. Next up is my Chase credit card. The APR for that card is 25.99%. And what I owe for that is $2,067 with 51 cents. Next, I have my Golden One card, which is the one that has the lowest APR, and well, I guess after the 0%. It's 13.04%. And that I owe $241 with 70 cents. But I did technically pay that off, or I am going to be paying that off, because with my last paycheck of August, I budgeted $242 to go towards this. So there should be a card that should be paid off by the end of September. Next, I have Capital One. For Capital One, the APR is 32.24%. And the amount that I owe for that card is $117. And then I have my Target card, and the APR for that is 28.15. And the amount that I owe for that is $96 with 15 cents. Okay, and then my plan for now is to for my sister and the money that I owe my mom, I'm going to use my savings challenges to like save up towards paying them, so I can just pay them the whole amount at once. And then I'm going to be prioritizing, I think, my Chase credit card, since it has a little bit of a higher APR and it has like a higher amount that I owe. So that's what I think my main focus for now will be, along with just making a $600 payment towards my car. Even though I'm not making like a significantly extra amount, I'm hoping that it does help pay off that my car sooner, just because it is a big amount that I pay a month. So now I'm just going to add up the amounts for the minimum payment, just to see how much minimally I should be putting towards debt a month. So I have $542 for my car, $75 for my American Express card, $98 for my Citi card, $64 for my Chase, $10 for Golden One, $25 for Capital One, and then $30 for my Target card. So I should be making around $844 minimum payments towards my debt a month. And then as we get towards the last week of September, I will put how much I paid based on how much I still owe, I guess. And then I will put the amount, and then I'll be able to see if I paid like more than that, and just hopefully I see that I can compare the ending and the starting, and hopefully there is a big difference, because like I said, my goal is to decrease the debt that I have. So now I'm gonna just start adding up all of the debt that I have, and then down here I'm also going to write how much my debt is without my car payment, since I do want to pay off my car just because it's like a big payment a month, but it's also not a priority because my APR is also really low. So I owe $1,154 with 14 cents to my sister. Then I have $1,500 towards my mom. Then I have the then I have the $7,991 for my car. I have $3,794 with 5 cents for my American Express card, $476 with 23 cents for my Citi card. Then I have $2,067 with 51 cents for my Chase, $241 with 70 cents for my Golden One, $117 towards Capital One, and then 96 with 15 cents for Target. So that should be a total of $17,437 with 78 cents. And then without my car, so I'm going to subtract 7,991 I should owe, and just I guess credit card debt is 9,446 with 78 cents. So I do owe a lot of money, and I'm just gonna put without car. I don't owe any what's it called, student loans. That's why I don't have that on this debt. I do technically owe a grant, but that's only if I don't fulfill the requirements for it. But I still have like 4 years before I really have to worry about it, because I have to provide 4 years of service within 8 years. So I still have some time to figure out if I'm going to go into a job that does fulfill that requirement. So that's why I'm also not including that in this debt. But in the future, if I'm not going to fulfill the requirements for that grant, that is something that I will have to pay off. So I will add it then, if, like I said, if I am not going to be fulfilling the requirement, so that I don't have to pay it off. But anyway, so yeah, to me these are a really big amount of debt, so I really do want to try to get this down. I think my sister, I will be paying her by the end of the year, and then I should have a good amount to go towards my mom. But I just want to give them the money like all at once. That's why, even though I do have money I can give them, I'd rather just get it all out of the way at once. So I think my sister, I'm going to try to pay by the end of the year, if not sooner. My mom towards the beginning of the year, if I can't do the end of the year. My car payment, I'm just going to try to make those extras, like, I don't know, close to like $60, so that it can slowly decrease. But like I said, I'm not like in a huge rush, just because the interest is not super high, but it is a big payment a month. But yeah, I do want to, I think my American Express card is one of the last ones that I'll pay, just because there's 0% interest right now, and I think I still have a while with it being 0%, so I'm not super worried about that. But I do want to get my Chase down for sure. Like I said, Golden One should be done by the end of the month, and these are not too big, so I should kind of be able to do them hopefully with one paycheck, but we will see. But anyways, that is all for my weekly check-in for the first week of September. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.